This video is designed to help you start a CNC machine business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a CNC machine business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful CNC machine business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. When starting a CNC machining business, all you need is some fundamental knowledge of the trade and a willingness to learn. The first step that you should take when starting out in the CNC machining industry is to get yourself certified in using CAM, computer-aided manufacturing, software. This will allow you to design 3D models of your products. Next, find a piece of land that is at least half an acre big, to build a CNC machining facility on it. Also, purchase a computerized milling machine and a lathe. Finally, you will need some machinery in your shop to perform the operations involved in CNC machining. The key to any successful CNC machining business is to find a niche within your market, and capitalize on it as quickly as possible. The CNC machining market is enormous, and there are lots of ways to get into different niches. Some successful niches that have been found by other entrepreneurs include manufacturing parts for the construction, agriculture, automotive, and food service industries, along with manufacturing electronic device parts for tech companies, or even creating parts for furniture-making tradespeople. Like all companies, there are bound to be startup costs before you can open your doors for business. Those costs depend on the size of the company, the machinery required, the tools needed, etc. Building costs. This is usually the biggest outlay in starting up any business. What matters here are the specifications that your machinery requires. If you have a lot of heavy machinery, then you will need sturdy concrete floors. In the event that you are planning to expand your business in the future, then consider building a larger company structure, instead of adding extra buildings. The costs for an office or factory are relatively cheap, compared to renting a whole separate building. Machinery and tools. Some CNC tools are more expensive than others, some may be easy to use and some not so. You will need tools like milling cutters for the lathe, drill bits, and tooling equipment. It is advisable to build up a stock of these before you purchase your machine tools. The units may come as complete kits or as individual units, and they will often need some assembly, though much of it is automated. That said, you can save a significant amount on machinery costs by outsourcing the manufacturing of parts to a CNC milling or CNC turning service. Advertising. There are many ways that you can advertise your services as a company, so start by placing advertisements in local newspapers, magazines, and trade publications. It can cost tens of thousands of dollars for you to start up your own CNC machining business. To keep costs to a minimum, you can find used equipment for sale on the internet, in trade journals, and at auctions. To keep up to date with the latest CNC machinery on offer, attend exhibitions and conferences. This can help give you new ideas for your business, or you might even source some second-hand machinery. CNC machining is a very profitable business to run, but it is also one that requires some serious responsibility. To ensure long-term success, there are some things you must do if you want to run a successful business. Keep a tidy shop. A clean shop is the best marketing tool for your business. If your shop is messy and dirty, it looks unprofessional and probably won't earn you many customers. A clean shop can build customer confidence in your company, and even the most hardened CNC machining veterans know that a clean shop is not only easier to work with, but more efficient as well. Make sure you're taking care of your shop and cleaning it often. Know your market. You need to know what your market is, and then find a way that you can enter it. This information will help you figure out if the ventures you plan to go into are going to be profitable or not, so knowing your market well will allow you to make wise decisions regarding products and services. Keep on top of technology. You need to stay up to date with the newest developments in relevant technology when you're in the CNC machining business. For example, if you're doing CNC milling and someone invents a new type of material that is better and more durable, then you should develop a product line in which you can implement the material. Safety. You can use a part-time worker for a week or two, but it would be far wiser to hire a permanent full-time member of staff, who will stay loyal and hard-working as your business grows. A full-time employee will get to know the machines they're working with, lessening the chances of serious injury. Make sure the CNC machine has been properly maintained and serviced at least once per year. Don't overpromise and underdeliver. As a CNC machining business owner, you have to be very careful about this. If a client doesn't get their product on time, they will immediately start looking for a new company that can deliver what they want in a timely manner. Be sure to meet deadlines and overachieve. Delivering your work early will make you look better from a business standpoint, and from the customer's perspective, they'll be thrilled that their product came in a few days earlier than expected. The next part of the video is not specific to a CNC machine business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the CNC machine business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful CNC machine business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these 2 extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice, may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive, based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here's a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into two parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a CNC machine business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free CNC Machine business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.